Can you believe it? X. Twitter stripped the United Auto Workers verification checkmark following the union's decision to go on strike against the big three automakers. Musk's Tesla has overseen a slash and burn campaign against union organizers in recent months. Can you believe that? Wow, look at this. According to the Intercept.com, a pretty reputable news organization on the internet, automaker CEO Elon Musk strips United Auto Worker Twitter verification as union strikes against Big Three. Let's see what he says inside. This is a direct quote from the article. Class solidarity among the nation's elite has long been a feature of American political economy, and the move by Musk, the richest man on the planet, is in line with the sense of allegiance, even as he promotes himself as a populist friend of the working man. So, can you believe this? I mean, Elon Musk telling his employees at Twitter to take off the verification checkmark for the account, the UAW, which all they have to do to be verified is to pay the $8 and go through a verification process. Elon Musk told Twitter to take off that verification because of class solidarity, because he's in line with the sense of allegiance. He's more aligned with the oppressor capitalist against the workers than he is with his own interests against his competition, for which the UAW workers work for, GM, Ford, etc., Big Three, and Stellantis or something. So it's quite amazing. Elon would go through all this, and it's out of a sense of allegiance to his class, not self-interests in having Tesla dominate the car market. No, that's not it. Okay, well, what's the evidence? Okay, let's see. The UAW has its checkmark back. That's the checkmark that we're talking about, right there. After members of the UAW walked off the job at midnight, so right after midnight, Twitter stripped the union of its account verification without notice. Its blue checkmark was restored shortly after the story began circulating widely. Okay, so after there's this protest that this awful billionaire got called out for his class interests, and the story began to circulate widely, it was restored. One problem with this whole story: it's all BS. It's all malarkey. It's all ideologically drunk-driven insanity, a conspiracy theory. Reader added context. This is community notes in Twitter function, or X function. The UAW's account temporarily lost its blue checkmark because it changed its profile picture, as is standard for all premium accounts on X. Moreover, you literally got a warning letting you know that your blue checkmark will be hidden temporarily after you change your profile photo. Your blue checkmark will be hidden for a period of time after you edit your display name or profile photo until it is reviewed. So every time you change your photo or display name, there is a human reviewer that reviews your new change and re-verifies the account. That's all that happened. So the Intercept wrote an article, wrote a title claiming that Elon Musk did this with no facts, no checking, nothing, and then going into this socialist, tirade of class solidarity among the nation's elite. I mean, insane. What's more insane? There's more. But wait, there's more. What's more insane? Let's see here. Update, September 15th, 2:33. So the original article, 11:32, 2:33. This article was updated to include information. So it was updated to include information about a Twitter policy to temporarily remove checkmarks from verified accounts that changed their profile picture. auto response, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this article is updated. But you know what? It wasn't updated. Everything in the article was changed, starting with the title. Remember what the title of the story was originally? Automaker CEO Elon Musk strips UAW Twitter verification as union strikes. Now it's UAW temporarily loses Twitter verification as union strikes against Big Three. In this story, this whole thing about class consciousness and all this stuff about in line with the sense of allegiance, even blah, 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 gone. Actually, no mention really much of Elon Musk here. This is the original tweet by Ryan Grimm. Okay, and then they go a little bit into some UAW workers doesn't want strike, will roll in phases, 3 automakers, blah, 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 journalists, okay, the big 3 automakers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here, Tesla pays significantly lower wages than the big 3. So they have to include Tesla in here for good measure because they somehow talked about Elon Musk. Okay, so now they have to include something. They can't change everything about this story, although they did change everything about this story. Tesla pays significantly lower. Okay, but what they're actually not saying is that total compensation is actually higher in Tesla because they get stock options. So it's actually higher than the union workers. And then they have to say some bad things about Tesla. But where's Elon Musk in all this? The evil billionaire. Nowhere to be found. They changed the story. They first slander, make accusations with no data. This is a news organization. This is a legitimate news organization. Making claims, writing a story with this class consciousness, with this Elon Musk strips UAW Twitter verification, before they got any facts. This is ideologically, like, Grimm, I've watched him, and I don't watch him often because he is kind of far left, and, kind of has his thing. But I always thought of him as whatever he said, I thought of him as an honest broker. How can I ever believe anything else he says? The problem is that every time I know something about a story, I find something wrong. Something minor, but most often something major. How do I believe? Well, you say, well, he has a track record. Well, how do I know his track record? I'm not an expert in all these other topics he's writing about. I don't have the data. This was really easy for me to find out in 3 seconds. I didn't even need to know that there's a policy in Twitter. I needed to have common sense to say, why would Elon Musk go through this trouble? It makes no sense. None. Zero. It's unbelievable. And so the story, my point is not about Elon Musk. My point is that, CNN, I have another video I'm going to make with another example how they lie. But who do we trust? Who do we know? How do we judge who to trust? It's a huge problem. Okay, well, thank you for now.